Here I am. Hello. I'm going to say hello again because I was talking to myself and hadn't put myself into the screen. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. And we'll try again. Right. Hey, Mona. Mona. How's it going? Oh, got to try and figure out what I'm doing because I have no idea. Completely just not being smart today. Let's put it that way. So I'm like, hold on, I've got to figure out my camera, make sure it's all working. Stevens, white and lens. There we go. Nice. Looks a bit realish. Let's make sure we're in focus. There we go. Forgot all about actually getting my camera set up this morning. Kind of happens. I was like, oh, wait up. I need a camera to actually function. Hey, Dawn. How are you doing? Hello. All right. I don't know what I'm going to colour today. Clearly by the name. Hey, Leslie. How's it going? Glad you could make it. Clearly by the thing here, I'm clueless. Okay, so I've narrowed it down to 2 new books in my world. So we've got Japan and France because it's by Francois Gautier. So I've got them ones. And I know I'm going to use Brutes, I think, unless we change our mind. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sitting there this morning and I can't even, look at all the tags in here because I'm like, I can't even pick an image. So I guess we've got to think about, do I want to do one of these, which are cool. Like these are dimensions and they're so 3D. So I've got the, what are they called? Yeah, them things, the Russian dolls. I had it this morning in my head and it's gone now that I'm on screen. Kabushka, that's it. And then I've got the bees. Tiger. And beetle, like steampunky. So I'm like, got them. And then I just picked out, I think, nearly every portrait in Japan. So basically, either a 3D or a portrait is basically, what we're looking at. Another portrait. I basically just went, well, one of them ones. So I'm like, basically a portrait. So, we could do the cover. Like, I've never actually done the cover. But anyway, so we've got Japan or 3D. I was going to say I could do the back, but they've got that on the back now. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? So I'm like absolutely clueless, and I'm still sitting here. Basically, can I spend 2 hours procrastinating and not colour anything? Hey, Jamie, is the question. Is like, can I just... I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. It's like, and I'm like, I don't know. So chinwag for 2 hours, yeah, I could totally chinwag for 2 hours, and I'll just have the books here, and we'll just pretend it'll be like invisible colouring. I'll just be like this, and we'll just go. Hey, all right, so I've got a couple. Hey, Louise, how are you, my darling? So I've got a couple. I've got a couple of Japans. That's okay. And babysitting, so much fun! Yay for babysitting! I don't want to do that for another 10 years at least, but still fun. Can't wait until I can babysit, but I can wait. I'm sure that makes sense. Whilst I am looking forward to being a nana, I'm also very, very much happy to wait. Luckily, I brought in a bonus child because the biological child, I think, is very unlikely to give me grandchildren. So the bonus child will give me one. Maybe. So, because I think George's at this point in time, I don't think she doesn't really see children in the future. She kind of ups and goes, but she's young, so we'll see what happens when we gets there. But right, still not getting any more. I got 2 for Japan, none for 3D. Someone tell me what they think. Otherwise, I didn't see you vote. I'm like, if it's not there, it's not counted. So, but, oh, what a week. Yes, I did get some new books, Dawn. So I've got these 2 new ones. I've got so many uncolored in books. I really shouldn't get new ones. But, you know, it's okay. And it's Angie's fault.
Yeah.
I just voted 3D times 3.
It did. It's a ball.
Well, how have I missed them?
Ding a dong.
Oh, well, like I haven't paying any attention to the links. I'm like, oh gosh. But yeah, it's been a week. I had a head cold last weekend, and it ended up knocking my vertigo. So I spent 2 days horizontal, so I didn't, fall drunken like downstairs. Trying to describe to people that vertigo is just like being drunk without any of the fun stuff. But yeah, so it's been thing. And hey, Marilyn will vote. Someone vote. Otherwise, I've got 1 for 3D, 2 for Japan. I'm not making a poll. We're going old school. So your vertigo is. You don't count, Angie.
Come on.
All right, Marilyn's gone. I knew Marilyn would vote. Sarah's going to vote. 3D. Everyone's voting 3D. All right. Now Marilyn's joining in.
Is it all?
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. She's doing this the other way around to me at the moment. So 3D. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, well, I've got 3. Sarah voted. Yeah, so I know it's 3 for 3D, and it's not my brush. I wish it was my brush. It'd be nice to have it smaller. Oh yeah. Dawn, sorry. All right. Anyway. Okay. Japan's out. Okay. Now, next time. Yeah. I'm always happy to do Japan. Then now we've got the kabushki dolls.
Yeah.
We've got the bee with the honeycomb, which is kind of nice. And we got tiger. And we've got the beetle. I should go grab your 3D glasses. Yeah, I know. I had a 3D TV. Not that I ever watched anything in 3D on it. And I've still got 3D glasses somewhere. And then they broke my 3D TV when I moved down here. And I was like, well, I'm not going to replace it with another 3D TV because I've never watched anything in 3D. So I was like, cool. B. Okay. All right. So we'll go back to the B page and see. Okay, I like the B page too. Honey, honey, honey. Sugar pie, honey pie. You know that I love you. I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. Yeah, I do too, Jamie. We actually last night, legit, we were all actually sitting in the lounge room and in the lounge chairs. And Em goes, this feels really odd. We're actually being like a normal family and sitting in the lounge chairs. And I went, I know, it feels strange. I said, should we turn the TV on? And then I didn't even know how to. So it was like, because it's not plugged in. And I was like, way too much effort, basically. because I don't have the streaming device attached to it, so I'd turn it on and you'd get nothing anyway. So I was like, way too much effort to go find the Telstra TV to put in there and whatever. So it just sits there looking pretty. In fact, I'm actually going to get rid of it because whoever uses it. Dust
Big
catcher.
Albert in a mobile.
Hey.
Yeah.
So all right, we're going bees, and we're going to go with brutes. Brute, and I've got the normal square brutes, and then I've got the macaroons that I haven't even used. Look, we're still in the. This is how bad my life is. And I've got the macaroons in the brutes as well. So yeah. That's what we're talking about here, people. So what's the goss? It was so nice. I actually had time yesterday to stop into some streams. It felt lovely. Really nice.
Yeah, I did a bobber. You need a bobber.
Hey, Ronnie, how's it going? All right. Well, let's go in with a macaroon, and I'm assuming this is some ivory. That looks good. It looks like a good colour. So just want to, I'm early because I'm in the future, but just want to pay my respects to the United States for tomorrow for you guys. All right, let's come in with a bit of ivory. Probably not going to see anything. Probably should zoom in a little bit. I'm glad to hear it, Rainey. I'm glad to hear you going well. All right. Okay.
Yo.
And of course, it's been a week. Lost our queen a few days ago. And she is was my queen because we're part of the British Commonwealth here in Australia. So everything's all of our governments have shut for the next 2 weeks. Obviously, as we go through the processes. Trying to explain so whilst we're a Commonwealth country, we aren't the most staunch of monarchists here in Australia, but there are some. And when I went to school on Friday and was explaining to the kids, I said, guys, you'll hear the stuff that we lost, the Queen has passed. And I said, whilst, you're teenagers and you probably make a bit of a joke about, the Queen is dead and such. I said, you need to just be mindful around your older generation people. I said, because for a lot of people, this is serious and people are upset. And they were really good about it, which is really nice. I find, we forget that if you explain to teenagers the reasoning behind why they need to kind of act appropriately in certain conditions, they tend to be okay with it. So it was like, yeah, they were pretty good. And then I just explained to them, I said, you'll find your money will change over the coming months. You'll start to see different money because we have to now reissue all of our money because our currency is part of the Commonwealth, so it needs to have new king on it. Yeah. It's weird saying we've got a king because I'm obviously, I'm not. Queen Elizabeth was queen for 70 years, and I'm certainly not 70 years old. So, hey, Sue, how's it going? I'm certainly not 70 years old, so I've only ever known a queen, and I've only ever sung God Save the Queen and so forth. So it's weird saying I have a king. And we'll have kings for the next 3 at a minimum in the succession. So it's like, okay. Yes, it's a very strange kind of thing. And yet, and what I admire. Well, like I said, I'm not a staunch monarchist here. I'm not. I'm probably more for the Republic. But she served until the end. Like she was up and acting in her position to the day before. I'm like, that's you can't ever give her that. She certainly served the crown fully. And if any, I know that there's been shows on TV, so a lot of people have become a lot more aware of what she had to give up. But yeah, so no, it was. So that has been thing, and I'm working on some digital papers in memory of her, which I won't charge for. That just doesn't sit right with me. So I'm going to make a journal out of it, and then I'll offer the papers for free. But yeah, so because I bought at a thrift shop a few months ago. I bought her coronation book, so it's 70 years old, and copyright laws here in Australia is once you hit 70, it's out of copyright. So I've used images from that I'm going to do. All right, I'm still trying to figure. I'm just laying down ivory everywhere, basically. Yeah, no, I know. I went up and now I'm going back down. I'm just using ivory everywhere. So if I disappear off screen, I'm not doing anything exciting. I'm just laying down some color because I always like to have that base layer. Don't know what I'm doing. Basically still procrastinating. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, she was very much, and her father was very much the people's king. He was that, so she learned from him. I'm just we'll see how Charles goes. Part of me would have liked it just to be Will, but mainly because it's going to be Charles won't have a long reign because he's 70 now. But yeah, and just Will's cute, and he's also he's very good with people. He's definitely got his stuff from his mother. Although Charles is a big philanthropist, he does a lot for charity and that stuff quietly. So it's a hard one. Yeah, so I now have to say I have a king, which is just bizarre. And it's going to be really bizarre, like when I go to the service clubs and stuff and standing and facing the king instead of the queen. It's really bizarre. For a lot of our military personnel, this is hit pretty big too, because they swear an oath to the Queen. That's when they join the military. It's an oath to the Queen to defend the Commonwealth. It's not to defend Australia, it's to defend the Commonwealth. So yeah, so a lot of them have kind of like, yeah, it's an interesting one. Well, absolutely. They are very long lived. And obviously his dad lived to 99. So Philip lived to 99. So it's like, I think, but it, again, really bizarre in the fact that just randomly talking to Georgia the night before about how our royalty is, like how it's all set out, and I was teaching her how to curtsy, and no, I haven't seen his speech yet. I will have to have a look. He's as he's gotten older, he's become a better man, so which is good. But just like Philip wasn't the best in his youth, but as he got older, he became a better man. Okay. All right, I'm going to come in with yellow Naples. So these are still from the macarons. I'm glad you got your connection back, Louise. That's good. All right. I still don't know what I'm doing. Hey.
I took your boba.
But yeah. I'll have to have a look. What am I doing? Where do I even start? Let's do the honeycomb. Okay. I'm just thinking, like, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to have my light source come from. Do I want to come from there? Or do I want to come from there? It's coming from there because I can see it from the shadow. Okay, so it's coming there. I just had to look at the image properly. All right, light source coming that way. Okay. But, yeah, I know, coloring. Apparently that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know if I do a good job of that, Jamie. Oh, and Jamie. Tuesday.
Yeah,
Love. Okay. All right. But yeah, so it's yes, it's a whole kind of thing. But yeah, it's been a strange old week, to be honest. Georgia had her interview, her last stage for getting junior captain. So she had the interview with the year level coordinator and made her cry. So I'm like, excellent. Well done for making the teacher cry. Good job, Georgia. But actually made her cry in pride.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That was so obviously not a bad cry, but actually made, and she was really nervous about going in and having the interview with her because she's a very strict, controlled kind of teacher. And she's like, I made her cry, Mom. And I'm like, good job. I said, well, that goes good for you.
Yeah.
I said, well done for making them cry in an interview.
Yeah,
but, oh, Louise, I probably am. But do you know how much they are for the 36 set in Australia? I looked. Are you ready? The cheapest I can get it is $115
doable
for 36 watercolor pencils. But do they look delightful? Yes. And my kind of thing, they're vibrant. That's my yeah. So will I probably end up getting them? Most likely. But dancing king. You are my dancing king. Doesn't sound right. Um, and then I was trying to remember the words to God Save the Queen, because I haven't sung that since I was in the 80s when we stopped singing it on assembly. Oh gosh. And then I'm like, now it's God Save the King. Very strange. It's all very, very odd. Yeah, I know. $115. It's like a little bit of me goes, you know, I don't have to pay much more to get a full set of Prismacolors. I'm just. What was that? And yeah, I was like, oh, this hurts a little. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided whether I'm going to put a pre-order in or not yet. Or I might just get one at a time. No, I won't. I'll have full sets in June. Yeah, I agree, Rainey. Catherine, hello. Oh my gosh, hello. How are you? Catherine. Lovely to see you here. But I've got 1 week left of school. And then got 2 weeks of holidays. And it's 6 months since I've been here, so it'll be spring clean time, literally for us. Oh, do you want to know my sad news? Are you ready for it? It's very, very sad. You know, it's totally up there with the Queen passing away. No, I de-winterfied my house last night. I took off the winter sheets and I put all my jackets away and I springified it. And I'm like, made me sad because I really like winter. I was like, very sad. Yeah, you know, I'm chuffed too. Chuffed. No, we never use that word enough. Chuffed. Such a British word. It seems appropriate talking about the monarchy at the moment. Because I've seen Charles say, I'm quite chuffed by that many times. But I found out a random fact last night, and you know, because people have been putting things up, obviously in the passing of Elizabeth. But
yeah,
I was born a British subject. Like I'm still a British subject. I was born as a Brit because it wasn't until the 80s that we were classed as Australians by birth. I was like, what? Really? I didn't know that. I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was just, yeah, that one kind of blew me away. I was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, cool. So I'm actually by birth a Brit? No, I'm not. Yeah, it was. I know. It's like you guys all start talking about winter and fall and stuff, and autumn, and I'm like, oh, it's getting hot, and you're all like talking about being cold and snow, and I'm dripping in sweat, and it's like it's just not fair. That's all I have to say. Quite rude, really. And we didn't even really have a winter. And they've already predicted that we're going to have a big wet again. So, yay, more floods. Yay, let's see if we can top 3 in a season. Oh, see, I love winter. I love jackets and I love boots and I like blankets and fires and yeah, I know. It was like I didn't hardly wore my jackets or boots or I know I felt ripped off. Like rude. It's like I was putting them away last night and I'm like, well, there's not even any point cleaning any of them because they didn't really get used. And I was like, well, that's a bit rude. Good in the fact that I don't have a whole lot of washing and steaming to do, but still rude. Oh, on that, I need to put the sheets in the dryer. All right. Okay. So we've done that. All right. What to next? Why not? Oh, do I want a bit of fried chicken first? Yeah. Always love a chance to use fried chicken. All right, so I'm coming in with fried chicken of the Brute Squares, which is 92. Yeah, I would probably because I'm a Queenslander, so my version of cold is probably your summer. So yeah, absolutely no doubt about that I would freeze my eyeballs. As we say in Australia, we'd freeze our titties off. All right. I'm just going to see if this is going to work because I don't actually know what I'm doing. Now coming in with Gold Glow 59. Yeah, see, no, I'm barefoot and win it too. But I'm barefoot, give me any chance. But now, see, summer here is just sweat dripping. And my body ain't designed for summer clothes. It's designed for winter clothes. Definitely more of a winter body I have. Cover it up. All right, and then I've also got Antique Pipe, which is 119. Hey, Della! It gets cold enough to freeze and pulls off. Yeah. Hey, Renee, hello. I woke up and just missed you today. I woke up and I went, oh, it seems dark. And I'm like, oh, I might catch the tail end. But no, I just missed. I was like, oh. How are you both? Oh. What color do I want to use next? All right. Oh. Yeah, that's very true. Benny Blue is a bit cute.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 114 Envy. So they're the, at this point in time, the colours. I'm doing, and I might zoom in a little bit more now that we're focused on something. If I can figure out what I'm doing. Oh, no, that's as zoomed in as I can get. There you go. Alright. I am doing not too badly. The birds, always be birds, and I can hear the chooks.
Mm-hmm.
The chooks are having a whinge at the moment. Oh, we had a dove fly in, little fledgling dove fly into the house the other day. It was a bit adorable. And then I had to try and get it to fly again outside once I caught it, while Winchester was sitting there in stalk mode. And I'm like, go away, cat. We do not eat birds. All right, I'm going to come back over with this ivory. All right, that seems like a decent combo. We'll just work with that, see what happens. So I'm just going to be on repeat with those colours while I figure out what I'm doing. All right. Hi, Elise. How's it going? Yeah. The house is amazing. I don't ever want to leave it. I somehow need to win lotto so I can buy it. That would be my response to that. I could happily stay here for good. Can't afford to, because I can't afford to buy it unless I win lotto.
Yeah, wow.
And, but apparently, fingers crossed, let's hope. I heard that the person that bought this house has bought the house 2 doors down as well, because it's got the jetty. And I'm like, well, the market's going down, so it would be a bad financial decision to sell this house in the near future. So I'm like, and obviously he's got some cash each. So I'm kind of like, fingers crossed, I don't have to leave anytime soon. Is what I'm hoping for. But no, I definitely love it here. Oh, Louise, really? What was going on there? I had random, I love when strangers like to talk to me. I was waiting out the front of the shop yesterday for Angie and Em, and there was a bunch of, the crowd that the other side of my town that, I don't really spend much time with. And the lady decided to inform me that after 32 years, she's finally listened to her mother and stopped doing drugs. And I'm like, oh, good job. She'd be older than me. And I'm like, I'm glad that you finally grew up and stopped doing drugs. Excellent. Good choice. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. But I hope her, I truly do wish her full success with that. But I'm just like, okay, thanks for letting me, telling me. Appreciate it. like, okay. I don't have the money to buy it. Oh, what is a jetty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks. AMG's answered. A little pontoony thing. Pier. That thing. Those words. Yeah.
Deal.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And,
Get a book.
but yeah. Sorry, there's another. I didn't realize that was an Aussieism again. See, they're the things that I just, I don't think about. Even though we go through our Aussie book, I don't think about it being a jetty being an Aussieism. Just normal conversation. Yeah. I used to have one of them in one of my houses, actually. It was great. It was like a 3-person spa in my bathroom. But I don't like baths because ew. But yeah, at least. See, my problem is I think because obviously I have to talk to people for my job, they just see me and go, "Oh, you look like a person that's going to sit there and talk to me," and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm stuck here." I get it. And then I'm like, I really don't like talking to people, unless I want to talk to people. I'm like, thank you for telling me that. And then, all the seedy guys that were trying to get her to take some were coming and talking to me too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can the girls just get out of the shop anytime soon? That's all right. It is okay. Well, I didn't even realize that it was an Aussie word. No, that's funny. Yeah. I just don't even think about like baths are ew.
Yeah, well,
I'm not a bathy kind of person. Although I will over summer. I have an old bathtub in the backyard, and I am going to put that out. That's going to be one of my holiday jobs because it's spring clean, tidy up holiday job. And last things, I'm going to put the bathtub out and clean it so that we can have summer baths down overlooking the river. So I'm going to put it down by the riverbed. Well, no, not that far because we can't get the hose down there. But we're going to put it down in the backyard so that we can have a bath outside. Anyone that's in Australia, I'm going to do a McLeod's daughters. Anyone that's overseas, do yourself a favour and stream a TV series. It went for 8-9 years called McLeod's Daughters. Great. Renee, don't get started about that. You should have seen Angie. Oh, they've got Angie in their targets at the moment. Angie set up in their sights because they got her, and Angie obviously couldn't speak to get away from it. And then, but I ended up realizing what was happening. Lucky I was home from work. Otherwise, Angie, I don't know how long Angie would have been stuck. But they're determined to come back. Apparently, they come back 3 times yesterday while we were out in Georgia. Yeah. And Georgia's just like, Mum, it was freaky. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Right. Yeah. So I'm just going to tell them we're all gay and see how they handle with that. Just have a bit of fun with that. I'll be like, you're wasting your time here. Even the children are gay. I've passed it on. That's what I'll be like. I'll be like, I've indoctrinated my children to be gay.
Yeah.
I forced it upon them. So that'll be the next. That'll be what happens next.
Yeah.
Nah. They have to do their service. It's part of their belief, so it's a fine. And that's exactly how I feel, Elise, which is why I don't have them. I doesn't even come into my planning to have a bath. But yeah. But yeah, so it will be interesting when they come back.
Yeah, bye.
No, I wouldn't be like that. I'd just be say, listen, we're not interested. You've taken advantage of someone that was unable to clearly explain that. Go away. Yeah, no. Oh, spas. I don't like any of it. It's like, when you book a hotel room and they one of their selling features is it has a spa. I'm like, shit, that's not really gonna sell it for me, I'm afraid. But thanks for trying.
Hey, I took a
Yeah,
ball.
they're noisy this morning. The chooks are just going crazy. I'd like to say it was because they lay an egg, but no. Just like all of the strays and pets and children in my house, they don't do much in return. They just Angie's looking at me like I'm talking about her. But, they don't even give me eggs anymore. They just pretend they're laying an egg, but they're not really. They're like, why should I bother? You're not going to get rid of us. Right. I'm using the Brute squares along with the Brute macarons. There you go. As you can see, that Brutfuner is way too much effort this time in the morning. Brutfuner. Nearly didn't get a stream out of me this morning because of one of the strays. Winchester has decided that it was one of those mornings where I was awake and therefore my chest was in free real estate for him to just lay there. And I'm like, of course. It was kind of cute. And then I needed to pee. So I'm like, you have to get up, mate. I'm sorry. But you got to go when you got to go. So you sick of me colouring honey yet? Honey, honey, honey. Honey, honey. That was my father.
Oh dear.
My dad got to the point where they wouldn't stop coming, so he just started answering the door naked. And Andy's probably, I wouldn't mind your father answering the door naked. I think they'd have a problem with it. Oh, go, Dad. Angie likes my dad.
Yeah, over.
Most women do like my dad.
Yeah, over.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's all right. My dad liked most women too. Probably why he ended up divorced. I love my dad dearly, by the way. I adore my dad. But like all people, we have faults and make mistakes and learn from them and so forth. He wasn't perfect, neither am I. But with Bibles in it.
Hey, det är bra, jobbar.
NJ, I love Jamie. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah, I know I know July's actually your summer is when you guys go on summer break. I knew that you all started towards the end of August, September. It's just like we start at the end of January, start of February. But yeah. I actually get to see my dad in a couple of weeks' time. I'm a little excited because he moved away in April, March, kind of that time, and I haven't seen him because he's been off traveling. So I get to see him in a couple of weeks, and I'm so excited. Very much looking forward to seeing him. It depends where you live, Elise. So for me, I live in the north, so I'm in the tropics. So it honestly doesn't get cold. Maybe 30 degrees Fahrenheit on our super coldest night.
Yeah, but
up here. Yeah. We might get to 23 once every few years in a winter, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so 0 degrees. But that's only very, very, very rarely. Generally, our days are, we sit at 20 degrees Celsius, which is, that one I don't know how to convert. Hold on. 20 C to F. So we sit at about the 70 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, most of winter-ish, around that. So it certainly doesn't get cold up here where I live. Different in other places of Australia. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, no, they separated when I was 16. My dad liked the women a bit. But they ended up remarrying, and they ended up. I've got two step parents that I adore, and they married the right people the second time round. So my dad went back and married his high school sweetheart, and my mum married a man that just worships the ground that she walks on. So, you know, in the long run, they ended up with the people that they should be with, and they're both happy with who they have, and yeah, really good. And I have four parents. I'm very blessed. I have four parents, and my in-laws I still get along with. So I was blessed. I had six parents that I actually love. So I'm just blessed all around. I got extras. I got bonuses. Yeah. I've got a whole bunch of stepbrothers and sisters, but because we were adults when our parents got together, we're not like, you know, close siblings. But we know we all exist. Yeah. Well, Marilyn, seeing you, I don't blame him. You are definitely someone that should be worshipped. I think you are a beautiful, beautiful person, beautiful soul. And it's clear you worship your family too. You know, it's a two-way thing. But yeah, no, I'm very lucky with my family. But I think I've got to go. Oh, speaking of family, so I've got to go to Emily's grandmother's funeral with her on Monday. Emily didn't know her all that well because of the whole family dynamics in general. But Em's mother will be there, so that's going to be interesting. But I'm not. I didn't know a grandmother, but I'm going to support Emily, obviously. And Emily's already wild because she once she heard that a grandmother had passed, she was tossing and turning about whether to send a message to her mother, passing on her condolences. And I was like, you know, that's up to you. I said, you know, if you in your soul feels that it's the right thing to do, that, you know, then do it. And so she did. So she sent on a thing saying, you know, I'm sorry for your loss, that kind of stuff. And then now mother's going around telling everyone that she's pleased that Emily's finally grown up and apologized to her. And Emily's like, what? So yes, that's an interesting one. I'm like, okay. All right. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Obviously, I'm not there to make any drama. I'm just there to support them. So I'm just going to stand in the background and just be a post to lean on when she needs it. But yeah, but I'm so kind of, you know, I'm thankful that that's not something I've ever really had to deal with. Oh, absolutely, Marilyn. You know, but she's 50 years old and still thinks everything's everyone else's fault. You know, going to jail was someone else's fault. But that's, you know, nothing I can do about that. I just got to be there and support where I can. Well, it won't be a drama fest on my part. I'm just there to think, and my response will be, "This is not the place," and then I'll walk away because it is not the place. If anything starts,
Yeah.
whilst I didn't know the woman, I'm still going to be respectful of someone having passed away. It's not the place. But yeah, so, and you know, M needs to, she's got a lot to work through. She's never had a, if you want to call it, normal family, as in, you know, the dynamics of grandparents and parents and all that just get along, and aunts and uncles and cousins and so forth. So she's, you know, she's experienced it in the last few years with me and my family, but it's certainly a change for her world. And so part of it is closure for her too. And, you know, I think the sadness that it's another family member she didn't know. All right, so it's starting to look honeycombish, I suppose. All right, look, on that, let's have a break from it. And let's go to Aussianisms.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So the clothes hoist. Okay, put it on the hoist. And or the hills hoist. Whatever, you know, it's all that kind of stuff. We invented the clothesline, just for your knowledge, and the lawnmower, and Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And our Wi-Fi sucks. Oh, all right. So clucky. So if someone's clucky, okay, whether it's a chook, so a chicken, or a woman, they're basically broody or maternal. So it's all like they're all a bit clucky. They want babies. So the chooks get clucky when they just stay on their roost and won't come out, and and therefore, you know, chicks, which is what women are, also get clucky when they see babies and want to have a baby. You know. Oh, the coat hanger is our Sydney Harbour Bridge, because it does look like a big coat hanger. And then a cobber is a mate. See you later, cobber. See you later, mate. What do we got? Let's go for cockeyed Bob. Cyclone. We don't. A lot of these have gone out of fashion now. A cockatoo is basically the lookout when you're doing something wrong. So the person that's going to be out there making sure to let you know if the cop's coming. So a cockroach. That's the New South Wales people. They're the roaches, just like we're the cane toads. So it kind of works. But yeah, so Queenslanders are cane toads because that's where cane toads originated when they became pests, was up in Queensland, and the cockroaches are hence our response to the New South Wales people. Mostly in football, so that's rugby league to us, not soccer. But yeah. Then a cocky is a cockatoo, which is our bird, or someone can be a bit cocky, which means that they think they're better than everyone else. They've got an opinion higher of themselves than others may think of them, so they're acting a bit cocky. All right. A codger is an old dude. He's an old codger. To have a coldie. Okay, yeah, that one still uses quite a lot. Can get a coldie, which is a beer. Used to be in a stubby most of the time, but we use cans a lot more than stubbies now. Stubbies was the glass bottle. See, you don't even think about it. Let's go down. Come down the ladder means pull your head in and come down off your high horse or, you know, off your bike. Basically, stop thinking you're all that and get back to the real world and act, you know, how you should be. You know better than anyone else. And Australia is very much like that. If you act like you're better than anyone else, someone will pull you down. Compo. Okay, so that's what we call our paid sick leave or workers' compensation.
Yeah, think about it.
See, I've never heard that one.
Hey, damn one.
Yeah.
Think about
So I ignore that one.
Hey, Baba.
Oh, all right. Okay. This one, if you've got headphones on, you probably want to mute them. I'll give you a couple of seconds to put it down. For the rest of you, I'm about to get loud because to say this, I have to be loud. Okay. Hopefully the kids are kind of shut their doors. All right. Okay. Hope you're ready. You got it down. All right. Cooey. Okay. So that's a cooey. All right, and that's quiet. You do it a lot louder. So it's basically done at a pitch that will penetrate through the bush. So it's a call to people. Coolabah tree is a gum tree. Okay, down by the coolabah tree. Once a while, jolly swagman sang by the coolabah. Made of a coolabah tree, sang as he watched and waited for his Billy boy. You'll come a waltzing with something like that. I got the lyrics wrong. I know.
Yeah,
okay. And then we've got Cop It Sweet. So copped it, you just accept it. Yeah, it is what it is. Then we've got, I haven't heard that one, Cornstalker, someone from New South Wales. I haven't heard that one. Oh, corroboree. Okay, to go to a corroboree is the Indigenous word for a party. Oh, I sing the version that it is. I don't know the Queensland, I just know. But anyhow, the corroboree is, just a party. Could eat the leg off skinny priest, so hungry. Couldn't hit the cow in the arse with a handful of wheat is basically a poor shot, whether it's sport or guns. And couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding is basically weak. Okay, and then cane toad obviously is our cane toads, and it also means Queenslander. Queenslander is a cane toad. All right. But yeah, so there's our little Aussie interlude. And we'll get back to honey. Honey.
Take a ball. Take the money.
How about you come waltz till with me?
Take a
can I show it? Of course I can. All right. Dimensions. A 3D inspired coloring book by Francois Gauthier. And here is the ISBN, maybe.
Yeah.
But Andy's putting a link to it anyway. All right. So it's starting to look honeycombish now. 2 hours of honey. This is what you get for picking a bee page. We've got yellow honey everywhere. All right. Let's do. We'll take a break from the bee, from the honey, and do the bee. Still the same colours, but oh no, maybe I should do the blue banded bee. That'd look nice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yellow.
Yeah, let's do the blue banded bee. Okay. All right. We're gonna be different. We're gonna do the Queenslander bee, Aussie bee. We get them in our front yard all the time. Just so we got something popping off the honeycomb too. All right. Yeah, man. So we're going to do the Aussie bee, which is the blue banded bee. So we're gonna do that one. The amygdala. All right.
Oh.
Okay, like adultcoloring. No, I haven't put any shadow in. It's all already done. So I'm going to come in with the macaron in Horizon Blue. Sounds like a nice colour. Sounds like the smokes I used to smoke. I did actually used to smoke Horizon Blues. Go figure. In my youth. It is. And do you know what's really awesome for blending crayons? Is your colourless blender. So if you use the colourless blender, like an alcohol colourless blender, blends them lovely, and so does the solvent, OMS solvent, odorless mineral solvent. Use both of them, either of them, and it blends together like mwah, butter. There you go. I'm sorry, Dawn, that you're not feeling well. I haven't been moving too much, hopefully. I shouldn't be moving much from here on in. But the 3D effect would probably be helping. Okay. Yeah, so we get the blue bees in our yard quite a bit. Blue banded bees, they're gorgeous. Angie's taken some lovely photos of them. Porcelain blue of the macarons.
Yeah.
And as you know, I tend to ignore Zentangle. I'm not a huge fan of it, so unless I really want to, I don't follow it. Oh yeah, that was me with vertigo all this week. Every time I moved, I was dizzy. It was great. Trying to drive, which I don't drive when I'm in the full depths of it. But you know, as you're recovering and you go to drive, and then you remember you got to turn left, then right, then left again. It's like, whoa, I'm on a ride there. All right.
Yeah.
Good night, Dawn. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you rest well. Oh, there's one of Angie's photos. Oh, he's got a yellow beard. Whereas the picture I've got's got a yellow blue beard. Fairy bits. Oh yeah. Cool. So underneath is blue and top is yellow. Cool, cool. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Oh, they're full on having a whinge today. The chooks are just non-stop at the moment. They're like, mom, mom, mom. It's like, shut up. No one cares. No one cares. Okay. Yeah, I know. And see, it's just something we have here. Mind you, I haven't seen them often until I've moved into this house. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, Jamie? They're just noisy. They're always noisy in the morning. They might pretend to be laying eggs, but I wouldn't hold high hopes up too much that they're actually laying one. Because, you know, that would require them being actual useful chooks. All right. What color do I want? Oh, yeah, you look nice. We'll go you. And I like that number. All right, so we're going with 88 of the squares, which is A Midsummer's Night Dream.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to just use some strokes now because these butts are fairy. But, hello, Pamela. How you going? Fairy butt, fairy butt. He's got a fairy butt. Fairy butt. I'm not going to eat this butt. It would sting. Yeah, no, I'm thinking I'm going to change them up. I was going through my jewelry last night. I'm like, I might change my rings up. similar. And, similar but different. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, no, I might change them up. I was like, I'm thinking, do you change my thumb rings up a little bit?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll always be wearing the jade. So that one will happen until it decides it's done. So when it finally breaks, but I'll always have the jade on. It's the one that I always wear. I got the jade from New Zealand. So it's New Zealand. Greenstone. I got it. Where did I get it from? I can't remember. Might have been Rotorua. No, it wasn't Rotorua. It was on the South Island. Just trying to remember. I don't know. I'd have to think of where I got it from. But I did get it from New Zealand, from a market kind of place. Yeah. Yeah, there is. Oh, but when it breaks, if you've got a jade bracelet, if you're talking about jade or just your bracelet, I was going to say jade breaks when it's done its job, when it's absorbed enough of the energy. I'm surprised mine hasn't broken recently. Gone up by that. Last couple of years, but yeah. And the jade will pick you. I bought a jade pendant once, and it just would not let me wear it. I would, every time I put it on, it would fall off or I'd lose it. And I'd keep trying to put it on, and it just would not let me wear it. It wasn't my piece of jade. So I ended up giving it to Georgia, and she wore it for years before it finally broke. But yeah, it wasn't mine. It wasn't meant to be mine. And I'm going to do this just because it's perfect, because we're doing bees, and they're butterfly lovers. So this is number 87, butterfly lovers, which I need to sharpen to a point. Well, that says you should, yeah, yes, Renee, I should have known then. Yep. But the annoying thing is with this jade, I got it, like when I bought it, I was a lot larger than I am now. So it's just always been way too big, which is why I have to wear it on my thumb, and I have to have another ring there to hold it on. Otherwise, it will just fall off. Oh, that's no good. That's like me. My body rejects tattoos, but I still get them. I just have to get them 2 or 3 times before it accepts them. It's great. Really? Yeah, that's no good. Oh. ladybug on it. It's so nice. I have ladybug rings, but they're all like costume. I honestly, and you don't see it most time because it's early when I stream and things, and I take my rings off because I work with glue so much now when I'm crafting, like all my fancy rings. But I usually wear big chunky costume rings, like jewelry. I like my big chunky rings, like big flowers and butterflies and whatever it may be. Oh, I forgot this dude down here. Got his knee hair.
Yeah, well.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
I can understand why you're getting anxiety because someone lost.
Did Baba.
Misplaced. A very valuable one. Still need to claim that on insurance.
Yeah,
You need to do it before she goes too. She won't remember. As in, if you tell her and stuff, she's not going to remember. Okay, I'm coming in with black. Oh, did she? Oh. Yeah, but she still won't remember. All right. Okay. Oh no, it was a long time ago, and no, she never wore it. It's just obviously just me in this place somewhere. It happens. Yeah, well, I think. Yeah, I've still got like all of my my wedding and engagement rings and stuff I've got that I'm going to when Georgia turns 18 or 21, basically when one of the points when I can afford it, I'm going to get it redone, like get the diamonds and the golds redone as some earrings and some pendants, a pendant or something for her. Because I like my favorite ring that I got for my 21st was made out of my dad's wedding ring. And so I'm going to do the same for her. All right. Slowly, slowly. Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting the rest of him. Yeah, I get on fine with my ex. We're friends. There was a lot of reasons for our marriage failing, but the reality is that it was both on both of us in the long run. And nah, we're fine. I get on just fine with my ex. He's a good man. I think he's crazy because he just had another kid. I'm like, man, you're insane. So that's what you get for getting with someone younger, boy. More babies. But no. I'm very lucky for that. And a lot of that was, on the part of for George's sake. That I worked at trying to maintain a relationship, and we both did. So that, doesn't impact on Georgia. Yeah. Hence why I tell her that she's just got to put an insurance claim in. So that means she's got to tell her mother. And you just have to. She'll forget it soon. Like I said, she's on the point where she's not going to remember those things soon. So, and she just doesn't like to disappoint, and I get that. But oh well, find out.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, but
all right. Oh yeah, and that's part of it. I'm lucky that innately my ex is a good man. So by both, putting in the effort, it was both of us worked at that. Makes a big difference on who the person is. That makes a huge difference. And I'm aware that I'm very lucky. And his fiance, she struggles with and has had to kind of come to used to the fact that we get on and stuff, because her and her ex are definitely not like that. She's just had to take her ex to court again. And so she's hasn't seen that. So she, was a bit untrustworthy of it, but she's kind of moved on from it now. It's like, man, I live 2,000 kilometers away. I ain't no threat. All right, so we're starting to look bluish. Blue dabba dee babba dabba da. But now I've got to bring in some yellow because he's got a yellow top. Or golden top. So I'll start bringing that in. So we're coming in with the ivory. Yes, that yeah. Mind you, Em was only saying, apparently she was over a friend's place and they were talking about inheritances and stuff, and she's like, "Have you seen what I'm going to inherit?" And and talking about like my mum's jewelry and all of that, and she's like, "Oh my gosh," she goes, "It's insane." And the friends are like, "Oh yeah, true." And I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, my dear, you've got a lot coming. My mum's all of this gold jewelry, and I'm not a gold. I don't wear. She's got all of that pretty gold stuff. And if you hadn't gathered, it's pretty obvious I'm not a pretty gold kind of. You know, the more pretty kind of jewelry kind of person. Yeah, that's not really me. And my mum's really tiny, so I said to Em, I said, "You'll like that." I said, "Because you'll get jewelry that actually fits. Don't fit my ginormous hands, nor will it fit George's." But yeah, so they'll have a bit of jewelry coming their way. I'm just going to bring in, because some of his fur has a bit of the yellow through it too. So I'm just going to bring it through just to tie it all in. Yeah, I like all jewelry. I don't have a preference for any metal. I will wear it all. I will wear silver. I will wear gold. I'll wear rose gold. I will wear steel. I'm like, what else? And I'm lucky I've got, because, you know, a lot of it depends on your undertone of your skin too, as to what color suits you best. I have a neutral undertone to my skin, so that means I can generally get away with any silver, so I can get away with silver and gold, which is good.
Yeah,
Where my mum is very warm, so she gets gold suits her. Silver doesn't look right on her. Yes, she is. So she's been in my family for about 4 years. But I just say she's my daughter now. Yeah. We go to the pool. Oh. Yeah, I just like it all. Depends what I'm wearing, what mood I'm in. And I have pretty jewelry, and I have chunky jewelry, and I have grungy jewelry, and you know, it depends. Just depends. Whatever's floating my boat on the day. I'll bring in another color. I want more orange. What? Oh, it fell down, and then it broke. So I was just like, it's behind the TV. I want a little bit more orange. Ooh. Let's come in with Buddha's hand. Why not? Want to turn him into a ranger. Another Aussie term, ranger. Redhead. Oh, yeah. Nice, Louise. Yeah. This is 50, which is Buddha's hand. Which is still not orange. It's not the colour right. All right. Let's go 25, Sunset Cloud. It's a bit better.
Yeah.
No, they're not. So Georgia is nearly 14 and M's nearly 18. So I've got an 18th birthday party and a prom formal in the same couple of weeks. It's like, money, 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 I don't have, because I've got children. Oh, yeah. Totally do that. I do that too, Louise. I've got like a container full of pulled apart jewelry from the op shop. They're cool because it's way cheaper than buying the beads elsewhere. And they're funkier, usually. Oh, absolutely, Elise. About teachers, yes, absolutely. So we're not the best in the world, but we're certainly far better off than the US, yes. So mind you, the respect for the profession has gone out everywhere. No one seems to respect teachers, which makes it difficult because you ring home now and you'll be like, oh, the kid swore, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's whatever, you know. Or the things the parents' responses nowadays are, what did you do wrong? It's not, it's very rarely that, which makes it difficult because you're fighting a losing battle straight away. But because if the kids aren't taught to respect us from home, then it makes it hard in the classroom. But I love my job, thankfully, and we're treated much better than a lot of places. Yes, we're paid reasonably well. We've got reasonably good conditions, which is good. I'm lucky. I earn enough that I can afford a nice place to live, support children, all that on my own. So I just love going thrift shopping. Oh my God, the thrift shopping we did yesterday. Oh. Okay, like seriously, went to this garage sale. I'm trying to convince myself not to go back today because I'm just like, yeah. But the Louis keeps playing in my head. But obviously the chick that was there has taste. So the clothes and the shoes, phenomenal, and all George's size. So I grabbed a few of them, and but I picked up a Samsonite extra large luggage, $25. It's a $500 piece of luggage. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I'll take that home. And and also they collected antiques and books and stuff. Oh my gosh. I got a 1930s book about what was it? The Ladies' Handbook, telling you all about, becoming a woman and stuff. It was just I could have gone so much crazier there. But luckily, we didn't have a lot of cash on us. Now I'm like trying to convince myself not to go back today and see what's left, because today they'll just be trying to get rid of whatever's left, and it's like. But yeah, I ended up with so many good things. It was very cool. I like going through shopping because I like finding those bargains. I like getting stuff because I like spending money, but I don't like spending full price money. You know, that's the difference. There's like spending money and like, you know, wasting it. I'm like, I don't know what color his proboscis is, but it's going to be black. I think it's black. Sorry, I'm just getting in, concentrating. Just so I've got little bits and yeah, I do. I try to
Yeah.
like I don't go to the thrift store and buy clothes that I could get, you know, a few dollars for a couple of bucks more. I'm like, I know my stuff. Yeah, so knowing my stuff makes it. Hey, Belinda, how's it going? Lovely to see you. How's it going down there? How's Victoria?
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The Victorians. Do you know what I had to do last night, Belinda? I had to de-winify my house. I wasn't happy. I changed my sheets and I put away all my jackets. I was whinging about it earlier. I'm like, it's not fair. It's become uncomfortable sleeping last week or so because of the thicker doona and stuff. So I had to de-winify my house, and I got sad. And I was talking about it this morning. I was like, I don't want to de-winify. I like winter. So at least for that Belinda, which is Colour with Faith, 1978. She lives down south, so she lives where it's colder. That's not fair. It's like, and the furniture. Oh, I know.
Oh, terrible.
I know. I need to go back today and look and maybe go get some more money out of the bank and just see what's there still. But like I got like cabinet card and I got just some of them. It was just lovely. It was a great garage. Like, so I don't go to all garage sales. I'll have a look online and I'll see through the photos whether it's worth me going. Oh, it's so worth it. And I kind of want to go back. All right. Kind of don't really want to do the wings until I've done everything behind, because otherwise we won't be able to get that translucency. So what we might do, because we've only got a bit of time left, is I might do the crown. It seems fitting to do the crown at the moment. We may as well we'll do the queen bee. See, look, even unintentionally, a nod to Her Majesty. I didn't see the antique from.
Dear war.
I didn't see that.
Oh.
Oh, you'll have to show me when we come back. Oh, antique Asian. I'm like, hello. I will have to see. Andy's spending my money.
Dear war.
She's going to spend her own money.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, I'm going to put purple in there. I'm going to make it. Let's have a nod to the royal jewels. Oh no, me not having that money. I didn't see it. That's probably why I didn't see it. I tend to gloss over the expensive stuff.
Yo.
Oh, was it?
Oh.
See, I have that in my account. She's just telling me how much it was, and I'm like, I couldn't. Luckily, I didn't see it because. Anyway, sorry, we're having a bit of a drool moment here. I apologize. Talking Asian antiques. If my house, that's my house. Is I have a lot of Asian antiques or Japanese antiques. All right. Oh no, I don't want Indian. That doesn't fill me with as much joy, Indian, as to like Chinese, Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, many times. I think 14 times. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it might have been 14 or more that she visited us quite a number of times, both when she was princess and then also when she was queen.
Pick up.
Oh. Oh, really? Oh wow, Belinda. That's awesome. When she's here for the games. That's amazing. Oh, what a memory. That's so cool. I'll show you. I'll show you the papers I'm working on. So I haven't finished the set, but I'll we're nearly at go time anyway, so we'll obviously finish this next week. Well, not finish it, but we'll work on it some more. It's a detail for a little page, little image. You know, it's only the size of my hand. It should be detailed. But let's have a look. I'm gonna. Oh wow, Renee. Yeah, she's very funny, and you know she served well. But yeah, so these are some of the papers I've been working on. So I've got that one, obviously a nod to her corgis. What's this one? This one. This is just straight from because I have her. Not like I said, I've got her her coronation book that came out in 1953. I own that, so it just went up in value. Here's a nod to her horses. I've done that. These are her main castles. So we've got Balmoral, Buckingham, and Windsor. So that's the castles. And then just some of the newspaper articles from when she became queen. And then just one there just with her royal guard. And yeah, so I'm going to put together a quick journal. And like I said, I will, once I finish these digital papers and I show the flip through stuff, the digital papers will be free for anyone that wants them. So if you were interested in any of these papers, just email me, and when I finish them, I'll send them to you. I don't want to profit off the digital papers, if that makes sense. That doesn't sit right with me. I just wanted to do them as in memory of her. So, but yeah, so I'm happy to share them with others. So I'll make a journal. I'm going to make a journal, probably in style with, I've sold my pink journal, but so this is like, I finished this. I haven't done a flip through of this yet. So you've got a sneak peek of this one. I haven't flipped through of it yet. But this is my grimoire that I just finished. But yeah, so something in similar keeping with this one. I'll do a journal, but it'll instead be, obviously, instead of this being that, it'll be more aimed towards being. No, it's just, honestly, it does look like Ravenclaw. Probably in the back of my mind, Marilyn was in that moment. But this is actually purple. It's probably showing up more blue on camera, but it's a midnight purple. And yeah, so this is just a grimoire that another one of them together. It's made out of a paper bag. So if you look down here, there's a Woolies paper bag. Oh no, it's Officeworks. Officeworks paper bag. So that's what it's made out. So it's actually got a big sneaky secrets pouch down there. But yeah, so it's made out of a paper bag and envelopes, junk envelopes. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, shipping's not cheap. And then here, Louise, a lot of these beads and all of this is from thrift store jewelry. Actually, the majority of it is. Pretty much all of it, except for that, comes from jewelry from the thrift store. There you go. But yeah, that's my little grimoire. But I'm going to make one, not obvious, probably a little bit prettier than that, obviously, but I'll do one for the Queen. But yeah, it's kind of cool. But that's the book. We'll keep working on the bee next week. She's actually looking cool. But yeah, so I might, I probably won't. But if I get time, I'll go off and do some more honeycomb and stuff in the back, just so you're not sitting there watching me colour honey. Oh, thank you. That one was really good. Oh, you would have seen, well, you might have seen the flip through of my Alice one. I don't know. Yeah, that one kind of gets lost. Oh yeah, and now I've got to show you Angie's. We're doing a bit of show and tell. But this is the Alice. So this is a 1957 book. So it is an Alice in Wonderland book, and I've used every page in some way, shape, or form in here. So I love this one.
Yeah, I
so that's my little Alice in Wonderland one. But yeah, but there's flip through that. And then Angie, I've got to turn lights off. Let's see if it will. It'll work. Hold on. I'm just going to turn another light off. Try and make it as dark as possible for you to see. This one. All right. So kind of, it's a layered light. So a little dragon, that you hopefully can bring up. And she's got the light that goes in behind it. But yeah, you can see all of the layers of that. Like she sat there and cut all that out with an X-Acto knife. No Cricut machine. This is all done by hand. But look at that. It is phenomenal. And she's got proper lights that go behind it that you can change the colors and all too. So, so amazing. But yeah, it is. It's been lovely to have you all here. But yeah, it's just incredible what she's done. All right. Well, I'm not going to turn the lights back on. Lights are off. No one's home. We're done. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, well, I tried a cricket once and it was like, it hurt my brain. we do need to get one, but at some point we'll get one. But thank you so very, very much. Take care, everyone. And to the US, my thoughts are with you for tomorrow. And yeah, take care. Love you all. Bye.
Mwah. Pineapple.